Hello everyone, Speedy Edrock Live here with a new video. Today I'm going to be finishing off the rest of my hotel. So you may not have seen the live stream because I don't know what's going on. I did do a live stream of me building this yesterday, but for some reason YouTube is not showing it, and I have no idea why. Maybe it just could be something wrong with it, but if anyone knows, please let me know, because I can't see the live stream I did yesterday. But anyway, I'm going to be finishing off the rest of my hotel, so yeah, let's get into it.
So, and then by the way, if you want, you can even change the sort of like colour of the seat if you want. Like, I've been liking polished diorite lately. You could even swap that out, and you could use anything. But the idea here is that on every single set of the balcony, on every balcony, we'll have a chair, which is like a quartz stairs, trapdoor on the side. We are going to have on the opposite side a potted plant, which is a terracotta with a jungle leaf on top. And then a light hanging somewhere, so perhaps it can even be next to the chair, and it just makes it's a nice little detail. Like, that's a balcony, and another one, and another one. Like, you do the same for every single floor, but you could change it up. So, like, you could change the trapdoors for each floor, you can change the stairs, you can change the colour of the terracotta, you can change the leaf, you can change the position of the sea lantern. Sea lantern, it's just a regular lantern. But you can change the position of the lantern if you like, and you'd obviously have it all different coming up. You'd have a whole different set of colours, as you might have seen at the start of the video. But of course, we'd want to place doors as well, so an oak door or different doors, probably not different doors, but a door in each of the empty spaces like this, coming all the way up to the top as well. So that's just the outside the balcony areas. Down below here, I didn't really design there to be anything, so it's pretty much just a door, and if you like, you can have a hanging sea lantern to kind of like show people that there's a door here. You could even have two to show people. And if you didn't want, then you could stuff a plant in the corner. That's a design choice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so now that we've hit this part of the tutorial, we're just going to focus a little bit now on the outside of the building. Okay, so the pathways, the car park, and the trees, because they make up a cool part of the building. Okay, so what do we need for this part of the building? We're going to need some stone slabs. We're going to need some leaves. We'll need some flowers. We'll need logs. We'll need some quartz slabs. We'll need some grey concrete, some yellow carpet, and a little bit. We'll need some quartz slabs. We'll need some grey concrete, some yellow carpet, and a little bit of white concrete. And if you like, now this is an optional choice, like this probably won't be in the item list, but if you like, you can use some lime terracotta to add some accents to the outside of the building, and I'll show you what I mean by that as well. So the first thing we're going to do is add a path leading out from the double entrance here, where the actual reception is, and we're going to dig out a row of 8 leading outwards from this double door.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are going to dig out this double wide grass block area. And we're going to place a smooth stone in this area instead. We're going to extend the smooth stone backwards and connect it to the entrance into the lobby area as well. I'm sorry if I actually did that a little bit fast, but just in case you guys didn't catch that, extend it outwards by 8, and then you don't have to really count it, you just kind of extend backwards and connect like this. We are also going to extend the path forward towards the front of the hotel by 10 rows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a double wide path coming from. We're going to leave a gap of 2 from the end here, and then we're going to dig out another path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that wants to be a double wide path made out of smooth stone. Like this. You want to extend the ends of the path backwards, each by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and you want to extend both ends of the path back by 6, and also the middle of the path you want to divide it up by 6 as well. Place some white concrete inside of the empty space. You want to place yellow carpet in between the ends of the white concretes too. And we want to dig out the middle of the parking spaces and place grey concrete inside here. So these are going to be where people may park their cars, and they're going to be inside of these two empty spaces like this, which is cool. We are also going to add some flower arrangements. So just left of where the car park is here, we're going to leave a gap of 1 between the building and between the car parking spaces, and it's just going to slot in here. You kind of want to have almost like just like a single. Is it a single? Okay, so this is the idea. We want to have like a flower circle like this. It's going to be like right here, and we just want to be able to slot 2 jungle leaves. So is just like 1 row away from all of the building and all of the car parking spaces like this, and it's just a little flower circle. Something decorative like that's quite nice. We want a similar sort of thing here. So if you start off by placing the poppies and make sure that you are just 1 row away from the path and from all of that, and then place some jungle leaves in the middle, then you've got a nice colour, a nice little splash of colour everywhere, which looks really good. Additionally, we are going to be placing some trees along the outside here. So we're going to basically place quartz slabs. Where we have this stone path here, if you leave a gap of 1 and place a row of quartz slabs coming all the way along the side of the hotel, it comes as far back as the quartz wall. Extend it backwards by 2 rows and extend it across and connect like this. And then we're going to place 2 jungle trees in here, or palm trees as they're known. So from both sides you place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 jungle leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4 jungle leaves inside this trough. And then all we're going to do is place a jungle leaf on top and around the top jungle wood, like this. And then we just want to have an additional jungle leaf coming downwards diagonally on every single side. So on absolutely every single side like this. Just like so. Here. And here too. So that's perfect. And we want to have a similar arrangement on the opposite side of the hotel here. So we're going to place this in a similar sort of place. We're going to start in this back corner here, and we're going to place a quartz slab, and we're going to extend here. So we're going to place this in a similar sort of place. We're going to start in this back corner here, and we're going to place a quartz slab, and we're going to extend it across by, I mean, how far do we want to extend it? Probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably, yeah, about 12 or so. It must be about as big as the other one. We're just going to extend it inwards like this. But the important part is that we can fit 2 trees in it. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 coming in from that end, leaving a gap of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 coming in from this end, leaving a gap of 1. And then we place the same jungle leaves on top. And you may or may not want to add this. I mean, this is, you might not want to add at least jungle trees. Regular trees would look fine, but there's something about like palm trees and stuff that kind of go together with this particular part of the building. So whether or not you actually do want to add this, I mean, that I'm going to leave that up to you, but I quite like it. So here, and here, and then, it's just kind of like, you've got some good vibes. I really like it. And then all you might want to do with the lime terracotta is just sort of fill in this area here on the front, leaving a gap of 1. I'm actually leaving lines in it too, adding like a slab of lime terracotta here. just, I don't know, just leaving some lines and just having some like freshly mowed grass in the lime terracotta, it just looks kind of cool. And then that's the outside of the hotel, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very well done for hitting this part. Very, very well done indeed. You've done a great job at reaching this part of the tutorial. So the next part of the tutorial, that's all we need to do for the outside. The next part of the tutorial will feature, in order, we'll be taking care of the reception area, the lobby area, the hallways in between each room, and then every single room. So, you guys know what I'm going to say, right? We are now going to get rid of most of these materials that we have. We're going to get rid of most of them, and we're going to grab all of the materials that we will need for the reception area. So, on the screen right now is every single material that we are lacking for the reception area. Please make sure that you are able to grab every single one of those, and once you do have every single reception area material, we can move on. So pause the video if you have to, let's do it. Okay, so I have just finished grabbing all of the things that I think that we're going to be needing. Once you do have all of the items that I showed you as well, pause the video if you have to. Once you do have them all, we can get started. So, the first room that we are going to add details to is the reception area, which is the first room that you enter through the double wide main doors. Inside this area is where you would sign into the hotel, and where you get your keys, and, you know, ask people questions and all that. So first, we're going to add a shelf. The shelf begins above the end of the countertop here. It's made out of polished diorite, and we place the polished diorite and extend across 1, 2, 3. We place tripwire hooks to represent key holders above the first two, and item frames with a book and a book and quill in the other two spaces. That is to represent like a sign-in book and all of that. We're going to place a double wide chest underneath just to keep keys and all of that. And we are going to, on the left side of the counter here, place a flower pot with a flower in it because it looks nice. And we're going to place a lantern for light hanging on the counter. We will also need these things here. We will need a polished andesite stairs, arm stand lantern, torch, and painting. And we're going to place a cash register, which is just a polished andesite stairs. I'm not sure whether this is a good idea, but I kind of like the idea of having a lectern, so you could also have like a book there as well, which you could like, you know, that's where you could keep the book and sign people in and out and all of that. I like the idea of somewhere to just kind of like keep a coat or something in the corner, so an armor stand. And on this wall, it's a little bit bare. I like the idea of having a painting. So, like, perhaps a double wide painting. That's actually the exact one that I wanted, with a torch either side of it for light. And that keeps the room nice and bright and light. And the idea of having a painting. So, like, perhaps a double wide painting. That's actually the exact one that I wanted, with a torch either side of it for light. And that keeps the room nice and bright and light. And that is what your reception area should look like once you've completed it. So, the next area that we are going to be working on, ladies and gentlemen, is the lobby area, which is food, drinks, all sorts of stuff. This needs a lot of material. So, again, I'm going to get rid of all of these, and I am going to gather all of these materials that you can see on the screen right now. So, please. Do make sure that you have access to every single one of those materials that I've just shown you right now. Gather every single one of them, and once you do have all of them, we can move on to the next part of the tutorial. So I'm going to grab those for myself right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have just finished gathering all of the materials that we will need for myself. Please do pause the video if you have to take the time to grab them. And once you do have all the same materials that I do, we can get started. So the first thing that we're going to tackle inside the reception area is the bar/counter area here. So we're going to slot 2 furnaces into these 2 empty spaces back here, and we're going to leave a gap of 1 above them and place polished andesite stairs. Those are just 2 cooking machines. We're going to place a flower pot to the right with a tripwire hook above, and 2 brewing stands to the right of that. You could even add an additional flower pot. So that is a drinks dispensing area. You're going to want to have another cash register in the form of either polished andesite stairs or quartz stairs or whatever the case may be on the counter. And you can even periodically disperse some flour. Another cash register in the form and 2 brewing stands to the right of that. You could even add an additional flour pipe for one. So that is a drinks dispensing area. You're going to want to have another cash register in the form of either polished andesite stairs or quartz stairs or whatever the case may be on the counter. And you can even periodically disperse some flower pots if you want. So, this is a bar people can sit at it. In the ground, starting from the left, you want to dig 2 blocks down every other block, like this, so it's evenly divided. Place a block of redstone, or your activation block of choice, with pistons coming up from the background, and they just look like fancy sort of bar stools. So, what else do we want to do? Well, we're going to just chuck these materials away for a little bit. We should have probably got some different ones. And we're going to need red concrete, quartz stairs, oak fence, white concrete. Like grey carpet, some terracotta leaves of some sort, and some regular lanterns. I'm going to place some carpets on top of the bar stools, and maybe even a little bit of white carpet left and right of the till. I am going to now start placing some booths, carpets on top of the bar stools, and maybe even a little bit of white carpet left and right of the till. I am going to now start placing some booths around the area. So, booths are where people sit. I'm going to start off in these back corners here. So, easy. We place a red concrete in these 2 back corners with stairs coming inwards from the concrete, fences coming inwards from the stairs, quartz stairs on the opposite sides here, red concrete like this. Just like that. You place a block of choice on top of the fence, any one of these carpets or flat blocks, and you place some lanterns hanging from the ceiling above the table itself. Nothing else goes here on this side, but on this side we're going to place a terracotta with leaves on top and then another table. So that's going to be another red concrete, stairs, fence, something on top of it, and then a lantern. No, that's not a lantern, a lantern hanging from that position. Additionally, on this side of the lobby, we're going to, from this corner here, have the same arrangement. So it's going to be seats again. So red concrete, or any concrete of choice, stairs, fence, opposite facing stairs, concrete, and then I think that we're just going to have, like, it's just going to go straight onto quartz stairs, fence, quartz stairs, red concrete. There we go. There's not enough room for a plank, you see. We're going to place, again, your carpet of choice and some sea lanterns hanging above the table to keep it nice and bright. This back corner here is a little bit different in that we're going to have booths. So along this back wall, we're going to place this. 1, 2, 3 red concretes, 2 terracottas, 1, 2, 3 red concretes. Flare the ends towards you by 2. I think it's by 2, or it might even be 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. You want to be able to place quartz stairs around the inside corners, with fence on top, with your favourite carpets on top of those. We're going to place leaves on top of this to separate the two tables a little bit. And we're going to have hanging sea lanterns above where the tables are. Continuity. We're going to have carpet leading from the lobby area. So like how you would get out of the lobby here, we're just going to have like a single carpet kind of leading to the bar area. So all that is white, light grey, grey, rinse. We're going to have a similar deal here, so leading you from the door.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to download Minecraft Pocket Edition completely for free, guys.
A wide entrance here, we're going to leave a gap of 1, and we're going to place like one carpet, grey carpet, light grey. We're going to make a pattern out of it like this, and it's going to lead you to where you would sign in. I like carpets leading you places, so it kind of just signs you in, like that's where you sign in, that's where you go. What carpet can go here? Not really. Like, we kind of messed the carpet up a little bit in the fact that there's nothing that can kind of go anywhere because we've only got the 3 colours. But, I mean, what you could do is you could slap a grey there and then maybe like a light grey here and then maybe like a grey there. There we go. To stop the carpet like the meshing too much. That looks pretty good. You could even place a little bit of carpet here if you wanted to, although I'm not really feeling it in front of this little bar area here. But you could if you wanted to. Absolutely anywhere around here, you are more than welcome to add more lights. You're welcome to add sea pickles, I'll show you why. Paintings and torches. So, why might you want sea pickles? Kind of looks like a different kind of mug, that's why. So, might want just anywhere around here, you are more than welcome to add more lights. You're welcome to add sea pickles, I'll show you why. Paintings and torches. So, why might you want sea pickles? Kind of looks like a different kind of mug, that's why. So, you might just want to splat these about the place. If you want paintings and stuff, like, feel free to add paintings around, so like maybe even above here, for instance. Maybe above where the tables are. You guys get the idea. Wherever you feel like a nice painting might be appreciated. Maybe up above here, in between here. I don't want a double one on one. So like there. That's actually one of my favourites. And then if you like, you can add more light and stuff, like maybe even here, just to kind of leave people there. But it's quite a nice, interesting area down here. It's very, very nice. I like this area a lot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the reception area. That is the reception area complete. However, now that we have the lobby area, I should say. Now that is the lobby area complete. I'll just change my tune there. We are now going to focus on the stairs area leading us up to each individual room. Now, different materials for this. You can use quartz stairs, we'll need tripwire hooks, we'll need lanterns. We can grab doors later as we need them, but we need these, and I'm going to use paintings to furnish the look. We might even be able to stick the occasional pot of plants in here as well. But let me show you how the stairs work. So first of all, right here, I'm just going to add 2 lanterns on either side of the door, right? And I will grab the oakwood doors too. I'll have made sure to include them in the lobby items. So, this is how the stairs work. We start off, now that we're in this area, this front corner, this corner here, we want to have a quartz stair leading up to the next floor like this. you'll have to destroy a couple of oak wood planks, but as long as you can get up to the next level like this, you're all fine. You always want to be able to walk up and around onto the stair as well. You don't want to have to like jump onto it. If you want to make the stairs look fancier, you'll place upside down stairs underneath, and you might want to place like a potted plant underneath the stairs like this. Where you want, you might be able to add paintings and maybe even carpet as well, if you like. Maybe especially to this little lower area, why not add a little bit of carpet? This is an additional detail that I didn't add. Maybe like here to the original. Something like that, just so it's nice and, you know, it's just nice. We'll come up to the next level, and the stairs will immediately start one row inwards like this. Like the stairs will immediately start here. Okay? And it will come up, and it will extend up exactly how you might imagine stairs might. So it's just right in the middle of the floor. So here, destroy all of these, and then a stairs there. And again, if you want, you can make the stairs fancier by placing upside down stairs underneath them, if you so choose, just like that, up here, across and around. And then you would start the stairs on the outside again, and it's kind of like a rinse and repeat situation. So you never really kind of want to be in your own way as you're climbing these stairs. It's a very small staircase, so it's kind of up to you whether or not you want to add these details and where you want to put them. But I'd recommend here, so now you're able to freely just like walk here. You can place the doors anywhere, but like walk up here. Stairs, stairs, stairs. I don't actually know how many more we need to do. Maybe 2 more, if that. So we'll have to destroy this, here, and then, yeah, we're not quite up at the top yet. So stairs go here, here, and here, and destroy enough oak planks to actually go up to the top. And this is the top floor. And again, you know, however you want to, like, if you want the stairs to be a bit fancier, feel free to add upside down stairs underneath every single set, right? I shouldn't really do this for every single floor, because every floor, you know, it's kind of your choice how you kind of want to lay things out. But if you want to make the stairs look fancier, that's what I would recommend. Now let's come to the first floor. So this is the ground floor, right? Let's come up to the first floor. This is how you kind of want to lay things out. But if you want to make the stairs look fancier, that's what I would recommend. Now let's come to the first floor. So this is the ground floor, right? Let's come up to the first floor. This is what we're going to do on every single level. You're going to decide where you want the door to be on every level. So the door could be, for instance, it could be here, or it could be on this opposite side. It doesn't really matter too much which side you pick. I more prefer, I'll tell you this, I more prefer, where's the quartz block? I more prefer the doorway to be here, hidden away underneath the staircase. You'll destroy it into the wall, and you'll replace it using some oak wood planks. And you'll place a door. So, again, the door, more than preferably, is in this position on every single floor. Preferably. But you can swap each level around if you like. You can inverse it, so you can put it on that side, and then you flip the interior for the actual living room, which you'll have seen at the start of the video anyway. In every single hallway, I like there to be a tripwire hook next to the door because it looks like something mechanical. I like there to be a sea lantern hanging above that to light up where the door is. And I like there to be a painting in the wall. So, like this, like a single painting, something like that. I like there to be a painting in the wall. And that's it. If you like, you can add some plants to the corners of the room like this. You're getting a bit cluttered, but that's what you can do. And that is what I would recommend doing for every single room. So again, like let's say that you didn't want it to be on this side, right? Let's say that you want it to be on the inverse. So we swap that around. Okay. Alright, so you'd want it to be on the inverse. So here, okay, so it's on this opposite wall here. What am I doing? On this opposite wall here, this time replacement. So the door would be here, tripwire hook, lantern hanging above it, and then I want a small, but it can either be a double wide painting like that, or you can have a single. Feel free to chop and change it. And then in this corner, I don't mind the idea that there might be a plant or something like there, you know? Or maybe even like right at the end, like that. Although that conflicts with the door a little. I don't mind that. And change the colours of stuff. If you want, you can change the layout, change the doors. That's how these hallways will work. And from the outside, which is what I want to show you, you'll have a pretty cool looking. Whoa, where am I going? From the outside, you'll have a pretty cool looking. Like you'll be able to see it. Like that's a pretty cool setup, isn't it? I really like that. That looks really cool. You can see how cool it looks from the outside. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the lobby area and the hallways, which will take us up to each individual room, which leaves but one, the rooms themselves. So, how are we going to fill in all of this empty space? That is the next thing. So, we're going to get rid of all of this stuff. We don't need a decent amount of this for the actual inside of the rooms. But what we will be needing for every single bedroom, it's all the same, except the colours are different. We will be needing all of these materials that you can see on the screen right now. So, please, take your time, gather those materials, make sure that you have all of them and enough of them as well, and once you do have them all, we can move on to making the inside of the actual hotel rooms. Back in a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have just finished grabbing all of the materials that we are going to need for myself. Please pause the video if you have to. Do make sure that you have all the materials that I showed you on the screen just before. Once you're ready, we can get started. So, the first thing that we're going to do is divide up each room. Now, this is what we are going to do to every single room. It's just that sometimes the colour scheme changes and sometimes you will flip the lounging area onto the other side of the room. But you'll see what I mean later on. But what you always do is divide the room the same way. You add a row of grey concrete and you divide the room into 3 equal halves like this. The grey concrete comes from this corner here, cuts across, and this corner here cuts across. And you make a full wall using your grey concrete like this in both halves, like so. So now that we've done that, we are in the living room area. I am going to place a lounging sofa on this back wall, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 coloured concretes. Place a row of stairs in front, and then extend the right side towards you or the left by 2 using 4 slabs, and that's kind of like where you can like sit on the sofa and put your feet on. A small coffee table is going to be placed in the middle, just 2 slabs like this around the bend. And we are going to, on this back wall here, we'll place an upside down quartz stairs in the corner, 2 quartz slabs coming across, another one on the other end, and then just black concrete. And if you want to, you can add more detail to this, but that's just a TV pretty much. In between the TV and this wall, I'm going to place 2 end rods on top of each other, with a red glazed terracotta on top, and that just fits the colour of the room, and that is just a lamp, and it also ironically provides light. I'm going to use white and red carpet to just add a little bit of colour to the room. It's kind of placed in an L shape like this, just leaving a gap between the sofa and the TV and all that. It just adds a bit of colour to the room. If you want, you can also come into this like middle room here, place a red glazed terracotta in this corner, and then add some more. Hold it. A full wall using your grey concrete like this in both parts, like so. So now that we've done that, we are in the living room area. I am going to place a lounging sofa on this back wall, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 coloured concretes. Place a row of stairs in an upside down top. I'm going to use white and red carpet to just add a little bit of colour to the room. It's kind of placed in an L shape like this, just leaving a gap between the sofa and the TV and all that. Just adds a bit of colour to the room. If you want, you can also come into this like middle room here, place a red glazed terracotta in this corner, and then add some more carpet to the room. So, again, the same sort of pattern that you would expect, just use a mix of red and white, and just have it sat in the centre of the room like this. Now that we have used these materials, I'm just going to dump these for a mo. And I'm going to grab, I need lanterns, I need paintings, furnace, brewing stand, flower pots, crafting table, chest. I'm going to use red beds. And the material that I don't have on me but will be in the item list is leaves. So I'm going to have a lantern hanging in the lounging area just above the table like this. I want a painting above the middle of the sofa, just on this back wall. Or you could just have like a long painting like that. That'd actually be just fine if you wanted to as well. I'm going to place an oak leaf on top of this red terracotta in the middle room, with a lantern hanging from the ceiling in the sort of middle of the room, probably where the rug is, like here or here. I'm now going to flip over into the bedroom area, and I'm just going to grab the grey concrete. And there's a couple of places that we want grey concrete in the bedroom. Number one, right in the middle of these two windows on this back wall. And we want beds on either side of these. The bed colour will depend upon the colour of the rooms that you're doing. And I'm going to place a chest in the corners of the same wall. I'm going to place a flower pot on the right side of this table. And I want to place grey concrete in the opposite corner, like this corner here. I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 grey concretes. And I'm going to place a double chest in front. I also want a double chest in the corner of the room as well, so like that. So plenty of storage. On top of this counter, pretty much it's just like sort of utilities, like, you know, crafting table, perhaps like a flower pot, furnace, brewing stand. So, you know, you can cook food, you can make stuff, repair stuff. I'm also going to grab what else we need. So now we need a little bit of a swap of materials. We'll be using stuff like, we'll need the painting again, we'll need the sea lantern, we're going to place a flower in one of the pots, we're going to need an armor stand, that's to kind of like hang clothes, you know. And maybe even the carpet as well. So just inside here, like I might have like a carpet in between the beds and stuff. Because again, it's just about adding a nice little splash of colour and stuff. So I want a lantern here on this side table with a poppy next to it. I'm going to place a couple of armor stands because again, like that just seems like, you know, you can place clothes and stuff. I'm going to place a painting right in the middle above these windows, like that. That looks alright. You could even have two paintings, like maybe one here and one here. And that's it for this room. If you want, you can have more light, like just hang a lantern off the wall or add some torches or something like that. We want to destroy our way into the bathroom. That is right in the middle of this wall right here. So in the bathroom, we need a few different materials as well. So I'm just going to dump these for a sec. So what do we need? We need quartz stairs, quartz slabs, we need buttons, we need the terracotta, the glazed terracotta, of course, specifically. We need cauldrons, we need oak trapdoors. Oh, that's one small thing that we missed. Item frames. Where are the item frames? I don't have item frames. Okay, so I just remembered this. Oh, that's one small thing that we missed. In the item frames, where are the item frames? I don't have item frames. Okay, so I just remembered this right now. Above the chests in this room next to the armor stands, I want item frames with leather tunics in them. So just to represent clothes, like clothes you can keep on the armor stand or inside there, kind of like wardrobes. Or you could make like full-on wardrobes using like, you could use like red concrete or some sort of concrete and then put actual doors on them. But I figured that those you can actually use them. Okay, so I'm just going to... I'm going to dump these materials now. I kind of got away with myself. But back in here, we grabbed quartz stairs, quartz slabs, buttons, glazed terracotta, concrete, cauldrons, I should say, oak trapdoors, and we're also going to use tripwire hooks. And we need white banners and red banners, or, you know, color-appropriate banners. In this corner here is a toilet. So the toilet is made by placing two back-to-back quartz stairs in sort of what I would describe as a V shape, like this. You place a quartz block on top of the back one, oak trapdoor on top of the front, button on the side of the toilet like this, leave a gap of one coming across the wall. We're going to have a counter space, red glazed terracotta, cauldron, oak trapdoor on top, tripwire hook above it, another counter space, red glazed terracotta, hanging off the wall two towels, white banner, red banner. In this corner here, we want to have a way to actually bathe. So it's going to be like 4 red glazed terracotta coming off the wall, 3 coming across, 3 coming back towards the wall, and then 2 in between like that. So that's exactly what it's going to look like. That is the kind of like, you know, the bath or whatever you might call it. Kind of like, yeah, it's pretty much supposed to be a bath. And we're going to have 2 tripwire hooks just hanging off the wall just as taps. In this corner here as well, we're going to need a few more materials than what we have. But like you'll need like a chest. We might even use like a painting again. We're going to use parts. We need a little bit of carpet as well. Maybe even like a chest. We might even use like a painting again. We're going to use parts. We need a little bit of carpet as well. Maybe even like a lantern too, just like that. So in this corner here, like maybe just like a chest that keeps the fin and some paint and a painting just to keep things nice and bright and light. And we're going to place a carpet around the room like this, just to, again, nice and bright and light. And then we're going to have like a sea lantern hanging off the ceiling. We're going to place a carpet around the room like this, just to, again, nice and bright and light. And then we're going to have like a sea lantern hanging off the ceiling above the corner of the bathtub. And then you could place like flower pots and stuff on the side of the tub, and that could either, they could be anything. And the same sort of thing like here as well. And that's pretty much all there is to it in here. There really isn't anything else that you can add. If you want to add water, then you can, but then you will run the risk of water dripping through into the previous room through the ceiling. But you can add water in there if you like, or just add like some white carpet to the bottom of the tub, and then add water at your own discretion. But that's like the bathroom complete. You can even put a door on it if you like. If you need a door on it, it really is up to you. You can have doors all over the place, here, or like through here, like more doors. You guys get the idea, like placing wherever you like. And ladies and gentlemen, that's like the room complete. Right? Now, I do just want to show you what the inverse of these rooms would look like as well, and what the top floor of these rooms would look like too. But this is the tutorial complete, ladies and gentlemen. We've actually built absolutely everything for the hotel, but do let me just swap over and show you the 2 other examples of rooms, just to give you a bit of an idea. So, here we are back at the original version of the hotel, ladies and gentlemen, and this is all I want to show you. So, as you can see, this door is on the opposite side to the room that we just did. So if we open this door into this hotel room, you can see that everything is flipped. But everything's the exact same except a slight design choice. So I'd highly recommend like almost color coding the rooms. But it's just the same but opposite. So if you're just running into trouble of what you can do and how you would lay it out, I mean, you can see, just do the same but the opposite side. Penthouse, the top floor, whatever you want to call it. The inside of the top floor, again, like it's very, very similar. So you can see that the living room is laid out pretty much the exact same way. The only difference being, when you get to the bathroom, we have a through door, because you see, we can't come through this wall because there's nothing there. But if we walk through here, then we have access to the bathroom, and then if we walk through here, then we have a through door, because you see, we can't come through this wall because there's nothing there. But if we walk through here, then we have access to the bathroom, And then if we walk through here, then we have access to the bedroom. So this is probably more like something that you know, two people that probably share together, like, you know, a wife and a husband or something like that, or like two partners or something. Probably not something you'd want to share with your parents, you know, you're having to like walk through the bathroom whilst they're watching TV, or you guys get the idea. But it's just a slightly different layout. I'm sure that you guys will be able to do it yourselves. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. This was an insanely fun one to design and make, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out so.
Alright guys, so the hotel may be complete, but there's actually a part 2 of me. There's actually a pool and a bar at the back here, so I'm going to build that there, so yeah.
We're planning more of the Queensland you love. Sounds pretty good to me.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your very own pool and bar. I should mention before we go any further that this awesome pool and bar area was designed to be added to my hotel. You are more than welcome to build it otherwise. You don't need the hotel, but it was designed to go with the hotel. So if you haven't built the hotel yet and you want to have everything together, I have a tutorial for this very hotel right here. It includes the inside and all of that. The entire hotel can be made with the pool. And if you want to do that, the link will be in the card system, the description below, and at the top of the comment section as well. The thumbnail looks exactly like that. Feel free to make that before you make the pool and the bar area, or don't. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing to the channel and clicking the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's get started. Now, just before we get building, everybody, here are all of the materials that we will need to make our pool and bar in. So far, it's I went to see Gerald, who's lived in the village for 72 years. No, it's not But without any further ado, let's get started. Now, just before we get building, everybody, here are all of the materials that we will need to make our pool and bar. sure that you have access to all of those materials and enough of them as well. This is the amount of space that we are going to be taking up behind our hotel. Do feel free to make this grid in your world if you have a lot of stuff in your city and you don't want to conflict with anything. Feel free to make this grid, it will help you very much. That's it. Pause the video if you have to. Do make sure that you have all that stuff. Make sure you've got enough room to make it. Make sure you're ready, and once you are, we can begin. And for the last time, don't forget you need a hotel to build this. Step 1, relaxation, friends. You want to come all the way over to the back corner of your hotel. Right here. It is the back left-hand corner of the hotel, as if you're looking at it from the front. So, boom. We want to begin by placing 14 grey concrete extending out of the back of the hotel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We then want to extend up on top of that 14th block by 2. 1, 2. Extend backwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to join down to the ground, but also extend that 4th block across the back of the hotel by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Join that block down to the ground, but also extend that block forwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join that block down to the ground. I also want you to join the front of this build together using quarter slabs. So I want you to join the top together, left to right, using quarter slabs. I want you to place white concrete connecting the left side, the back side, and the front together. So when it comes to the right side, it's a little bit trickier. You want to place a white concrete here on the right side of the right side. And then you want to place a glass pane on top of it. And then on the left side here, you can just place 2 vertical glass panes. So we should be able to just walk in and out like this. You may add some glass pane in the back and also the left side of this little structure. This is just a little mini bar, by the way. So you can enjoy some drinks whilst you're chilling out at the pool, but we also do have kind of like a seating area where you can get food and all of that other stuff. So once you have made all of that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start building more of the structure of this area. And the way that we want to do it is we want to extend this grey concrete here that we join down to the ground. You want to extend it left by 3. 1, 2, 3. You want to then extend inwards by 1. That's very important, this way. You want to leave a gap of 2 in the ground, and then you want to place a grey concrete, destroy all of the blocks in the ground, leave it all the way up to the side of the hotel, place a grey concrete in the end, and extend upwards, and place grey concrete in the ground as well. Place blue stained glass paint on top of that, and that is going to provide us a little bit of separation. You guys know how it is these days. You have to have separation between like bars and alcohol and all of that stuff, and where like children and stuff can kind of hang out. Plus, it's just kind of like a cool separation, a cool little divide. Although that isn't necessary if you don't want to have that barrier. Anyway, we want to continue extending this grey concrete here across the back of the build, and we want to extend it by a further 27. That's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And that's exactly what we want, ladies and gentlemen. So, we then want to take this 27th block and we want to extend it coming back towards the hotel by 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, it interrupts the wall of my McDonald's. Sorry. 15, 16, 17. Ooh. That kind of interrupts the wall of McDonald's. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll figure something out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What you can now do is you can extend that 17th block inwards, and you can join it directly to here. So this part of the hotel is kind of like it serves two purposes. Not only is it a little bit of platforming so that we can have a load of balconies for some of the rooms, but this part of the hotel is cool because it also allows you to access the inside of the hotel. We're going to repurpose this and we're going to knock through all of these little glasses here, and this is going to be the entrance to the pool. You can either place a physical barrier using some grey concrete here around this corner, or you can use a little bit of leaves later on. But the important part of this is that we have kind of sort of figured out the dimensions now of our pool area. It doesn't get any bigger than this. So once you have done that, what we now have to do is establish the shape of the actual pool. So the hardest part of this is figuring out this right side. And the way that we're going to do it is simple. Where we have this potted plant here, this is kind of like the edge of the walkway to lead us into the pool area. So if you can imagine this potted plant, we want to move forwards from the plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like right here. We want to simply place a quartz slab. So this is going to basically be 2 blocks away from where we would walk into the pool area. There's no other way to get into this area, so we want to be 2 blocks away. We want to extend this quartz slab like towards where the back of the pool is going to be. So that's the front of the pool, this is the back. And the quartz slab wants to maintain a distance of 2 blocks away. We want to extend the quartz slabs all the way over to the left. We're going to extend them all the way over to the left of the wall that we've made, and they want to be 2 blocks away. You guys get the idea here. This is exactly how I place the pool. 2 blocks away from pretty much everything. So we'll have something which should look like that, ladies and gentlemen. You're more than welcome to make that bigger, taller, smaller, longer, fatter, whatever you want to do to the pool. You're basically more than welcome to do it, is what I'm getting at here. So this being the pool, we are going to dig it out. You have to dig 2 rows down into the pool. The reason being is because we are going to place an interesting block at the base of the pool. It's terracotta. It's glazed terracotta. I'm using the, what colour is it? Light grey glazed terracotta. I always have trouble remembering which one the was completely honest with you. I would not have guessed that was the light grey one, considering the heavy influence of cyan. But hey, I guess this is why I'm not in the naming blocks business. So the pool actually, as I mentioned, if you wanted to, it completely depends on the structure of your city and how you want to work things out. You could extend it all the way over there. Like if this was my city, let's say this was a proper city, which would be weird because everything's 30 in a row. Like I have enough room to extend that over there. If you want to like a huge pool, you can adapt this. So I'm going to dig another row down and I'm going to place my light grey glazed terracotta, which I'm very surprised. Honestly, I would have guessed cyan. I wouldn't have said why, although thinking about it, the white glazed terracotta looks like blue and yellow. I guess they can just call it whatever they want. It's not even predominantly light grey though, looking at the block. We're going to investigate this when we actually place the bottom of the pool. Perfect, so we've dug 2 rows down. And I've actually chose to place these glazed terracottas in such a way that they kind of look like this, right? So basically, I just want to... Hang on, have I placed that correctly? Yeah, I don't want to just place them in rows, these glazed terracottas. What I want to do is I want to have like 1 row of the glazed terracottas going one way, so like this, and then I want to place another row so that it kind of gives like a swirling pattern like this, and I guess it is very light grey, isn't it? So I kind of want this pattern in the base of the pool, and the way that you achieve this effect is very simple. Like, if you start from here, and you leave a gap of 1, you start placing them like this, and then leave a gap. So like this, you like leave a gap, place, leave a gap, and then placed kind of like this, right? So you have like a whole strip of them, kind of like a grill, and then you simply swap, you go the other direction, and you just place them and join it together, and then you get kind of like a swirl effect. So, of course, there's way more intricate ways that you can place this, you can make it look a lot better, but I actually quite like that. I think it looks quite nice. It almost looks like little waves of some sort, so I'm quite happy with it. We also have to replace underneath or slabs using some grey concrete or whatever. You can have lights in here too, although I didn't find a pattern. Of lights that I quite liked, but I quite like adding lighting to the pool. So maybe you'll be able to figure that out for yourself. Maybe you can place some sea lanterns about the place, or whatever it is that you want to do. But you might be able to add some light to the pool.
Alright guys, I'll be right back.
Although the freakish autumn rainfall had played havoc with my farming plans, there were days when the sun came out and Caleb could get back to tractoring. And on one of these rare occasions, I decided we needed a treat. I'm on my way to local farm shop to pick up a flower.
In addition to this, I want to add actual ways to get out. Currently can't really get out, I don't think. Or maybe you can, I'm not sure. And
Alright guys, I'm back.
some ladders, quotation marks, ladders. We're going to have some stairs that kind of help you get out. So that's going to be on this side of the pool, the long side, and the other long side. Going to be 2 blocks away from either side. We will also need, for this, I just want to place some fence gate in the water like this. It might be easier to place this once the water's actually in the pool, but some fence beside. We will also need, for this, I just want to place some fence gate in the water like this. It might be easier to place this once the water's actually in the pool, but some fence gate like either side of the actual stairs like this, right? And it just looks as though they're aids to help you get out. Also, when it comes to the pool, I kind of want a couple of fun things in the pool. So, smooth slabs and purpose slabs make excellent rubber rings that you can kind of chill out and relax on. So, if you place these in, also when it comes to the pool, I kind of want a couple of fun things in the pool. So, smooth rectangular slabs and purpose slabs make excellent rubber rings that you can kind of chill out and relax on. So, if you place these in the pool, kind of like this. I'm making such a bad job of this, but basically we're making the most basic of circles that we can. The circles are in line with where the quartz slab is, so that's the sort of height that you're looking for. And these are just like a couple of rubber rings. Circles are in line with where the quartz slab is, so that's the sort of height that you're looking for. And these are just like a couple of rubber rings. I kind of thought about making sort of a little duck sort of thing that you can kind of ride in the pool. You could actually achieve it using some red sandstone, or you could use some birch or what have you. But I decided against it. Just a couple of basic rubber rings, just adds a little bit more interest to the pool. Feel free to brighten it up even more with all of your other ideas as well. Another key feature to the pool is the fact that we have a lifeguard's chair. That's going to be somewhere right on this side of the pool, so far away from the bar. It's going to be somewhere around here. It's going to be against the wall, and so about in the middle-ish of the pool. The pool doesn't have a middle because it's an even number, but somewhere about here, place say 1, 2 quartz blocks on top of it, going to be against the wall, and so about in the middle-ish of the pool. The pool doesn't have a middle because it's an even number, but somewhere about here, place say 1, 2 quartz blocks on top of each other, and a quartz stairs on the top. And all you have to do to decorate that is grab some ladders and oak signs or spruce, any signs will do, and then ladders up the front, and then oak signs, kind of like this. I'm thinking we might even give this thing a little carousel as well, which I haven't planned on doing just yet. Another thing that I want to add now, before we start decorating this place even further, is I want to destroy the floor. Now that the pool's in, we can destroy the floor. So the floor is going to be made out of virtual planks. You're more than welcome to alter this, of course. As with everything, feel free to alter everything. I'm going to destroy all the way up to where we actually walk into this area as well. I want it to have a completely different feel from the rest of the hotel, and it'll even have a little bit of a different feel from the bar as well, because the bar is going to also have a different floor. I'm going to give you one guess at what that might be. Don't look at my inventory, because that will spoil this oak wood. Is oak wood. You're going to be using oak alongside of it. And that is basically just to provide contrast. That's it. So you can use any two colours. You could even use concrete if you wanted to, but that is basically just to provide contrast. That's it. So you can use any two colours. You could even use concrete if you wanted to. But the point of this is that we are creating a floor using some virtual planks, and you can kind of place it in any way that you want. I don't know why I'm placing it this way. I don't know why I'm kind of going around in like a circle. It must have obviously seemed like a good idea to my brain when I started it, but this is what we're going to do. Maybe it was a good idea. That's quite smooth actually. So we've got all the way around the pool done, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know what other material I would use when it comes to wood or even concrete, because we have a lot of concrete built into the construction and the actual structure and stuff like. I probably wouldn't want any more concrete in the floor, but again, do what you want, really, honestly. So, there we go. That area is sort of taken care of. We're going to destroy this floor of the right area as well, as I mentioned. This is going to be a field. Also, by the way, swap them if you like. You don't have to, in any means, keep the floor, as I keep mentioning. Honestly, this is just kind of like what that area is sort of taken care of. We're going to destroy this floor of the right area as well, as I mentioned. This is going to be our field. Also, by the way, swap them if you like. You don't have to, in any means, keep the floor, as I keep mentioning. Honestly, this is just kind of like what I like. If I was building, say, a modern house, I think that materials would go together quite well. Also include, like, grey, white, oak, birch. So, like, I'm just using materials that I personally think go together. As I said, if I was making a modern house, I mean, the materials that I've used in my community to build the walls or the floor and stuff, I could also use them in the modern build, which is probably why I think these go together. But if you've got a personal favourite, I mean, you could easily make the floor stone. I wouldn't, but you could make the floor stone, you could make it like dark oak or whatever, sand. Sand isn't a horrible idea, honestly, especially around the bar area. Or maybe even around the pool, although it can even imagine getting all of that sand in the pool? That would be so uncomfortable. I personally wouldn't mind sand to get in the pool, but that's just me. I have to think about these things as the owner of a hotel. So this is what we have right now. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's a nice contrast against the two halves. We've got a nice little swirly pattern. I'm very happy. I would like to build up the walls a little bit, by the way. So these walls are meant to be a bit higher and meant to have a lot more glass. So we're going to take, like, majoritively the corner of the walls that we place. We're going to, like, raise up the corners using a little bit of grey concrete. We don't have to bother with this inside corner. That's irrelevant. And probably just here as well. We might just place the glass in this part. I don't think that there's any. Well, let's take a look. So basically, the idea is we want it to be 2 blocks high, so we just can't like straight up just jump over into this area. It's supposed to be a little bit more exclusive because obviously it's only meant to be patrons of the hotel. So something like that looked pretty decent. I think we could run a row of glass leading straight to the hotel here. You could raise this block up if you wanted. I don't think you'd have to. Again, it's all whatever you like. I think that looks okay though. So now nobody can really get in unless they're supposed to be here. So now that we've done that, we can add a few more details to the pool part. So for our pool, we also want to add, say, like grab some barrels, spruce signs, spruce trapdoors, to put these away. We want to make some lounging beds, so quartz stairs, purple slabs, smooth sandstone. Any slabs and stair will go together. You can even use carpets as well. We're going to use end rods and scaffolding too. And let me show you first of all what we're using the barrels for. These are basically just chests that we can keep like the rubber rings in, whatever else you might want to place in the pool. So we're going to place 2 of these, one over this corner and one over that sort of corner there. It's not specific, it doesn't matter where you place it. So you can place one like here, for instance, 2 rubber rings in, whatever else you might want to place in the pool. So we're going to place 2 of these, one over this corner and one over that sort of corner there. It's not specific, it doesn't matter where you place it. So you can place one like here, for instance, 2 barrels next to each other, 2 spruce trapdoors on top, flip one open if you like, and we're just going to place signs around the edge of it. And it just basically looks like a storage container. Feel free not to add this if you don't want it. Same thing over here as well. So over here on this side, we don't have to get too crazy with this. Like literally, like you can leave it open, you can have it closed, you can keep one side open, one side closed. You don't have to make it out of barrels. I mean, the barrels make it so that it's actually functional. I'm crouching, so I can't crack open the barrel, but like that. The barrels are actually functional. So if you did want to store something in there, then you can. It just adds like a little bit of immersion. What else are we doing? Well, the pool needs to be filled with water, something that I don't actually have on me, which is funny because literally one of the only things you need for a pool, other than like a big hole to put the pool, is water. And we don't have that. So we're just going to fill this with water. Okay, so as I imagine, we might just have to fill the pool with water on that, and maybe place the fence in. I don't often make. Pools, or often make pools, but yeah, I guess we can just play. My bad. We can just place the fence afterwards, and they just look like the railings that you might use, and that looks a little bit better, I think. Not too bad. Perfect. So, when it comes to the lounging beds on this end of the pool here, basically the reason that we have all of these slabs is because we can make them all sorts of different colours. And the lounging beds want to be made. We're going to start here from like this end of the... No. We'll start from this end of the pool here, this corner, towards the back wall. We'll leave a gap of one, and we will place a purple slab, one behind it, and the stairs behind. So you kind of get the idea of how long these things are. You then leave a gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can place another bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, you can place another bed. Kind of like this. They need about 4 or so rows going to be. And you can place any colours of slabs or, again, any carpet that you want in front, as long as it's equal to or lesser height than the actual back of the lounging bed. They're all going to have tables to the left of the stairs, and they're all going to have parasols, which are 2 end rods placed on top of each other, next to these stairs, kind of like this, right? Fantastic. And what we also want to do is we want to grab our string. Let's get rid of that. We want to grab a string, white carpet, red carpet, yellow carpet, lime. We can use some sealants and also some pots to decorate. All these are supposed to wrap. Here, just on top of the scaffolding to make it look as though the people on the beds are having a drink. The white carpet can be used as kind of like a sort of like a fence. You can even use different colours of carpet if you want to make it look like a bit more of a blanket. That also adds a little bit of a colour. And on top of that, we want to add white carpet on top of each one of the end rods. And the goal, this is why we've got the string here, is to place string all the way around the upper end rods. And this will allow us, it's tricky, and this will allow us to then place any colour of carpet, any colour, around the top of the end rod. There we go. Another way to make carousels is to use wool, another way is to use slabs, another way is to use beds. You can place beds. Oh, hang on, my bad. You can use beds, you can kind of like place them around on top of like a layer of slabs around the upper side of an end rod, and then you can have the beds like twist around it. It looks like a parasol. On this particular occasion, I'm just using some carpet just because I always go with the bed option, and I don't know, I'm feeling like changing things up a little bit. I don't know what to say, but here, then we can place what we've used. Oh, we haven't used red yet. But again, any colour, purple, black, grey, white, whatever. It really doesn't matter. But that's looking kind of like relaxing now at the moment, isn't it? That's not too bad. And funnily enough, that is pretty much the entire area done. The only thing that you might want to do, as I mentioned, you may not want to have like all of this grey concrete here. You might want to have a little bit of hedging instead. If you want to, you might want to use, say, like jungle leaves or oak leaves or any leaves, literally any leaves, or any green block, really, anything that looks like leaves, you may want to use like this. What you can also do is you can kind of like, if you want to create like a bit of a barrier back here, I might even dig into the floor. You know how I did on the left? It just makes the bottom of the leaves look a little bit green. So that is something that I kind of like. I like the fact that it looks a little bit green there. I quite like that. So when it comes to this area, by the way, we're going to place everything that we can. Actually, you know what? Let's make this easy on us. So to make this part, because ladies and gentlemen, this part of the build is done, right? So like we've done one half of this. We only have the bar area to do. It's looking it's looking a little bit empty, a little bit barren at the moment. But what I'm going to do for you is, here are all of the materials that we are going to need to make the bar. And amounts of them as well. Now, some of those are going to be repeat materials that we need to make this half of the bar, but we actually had a completely full inventory just making everything that we've made now. So, some repeat materials in there. This is all that we need to finish this up. Feel free to grab all of those and then we can crack on. So once you have all of that stuff, we can get this party started. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we are going to figure out where we want to have some tables. So I want to have a single set of tables that kind of starts in this corner here, and we want to just leave like a gap of one around, and we're going to place a stair, a quarter stair. Any stair will do. Change all of these materials if you like, but the idea of this I would keep the same. So we're going to leave a gap of 2 between the stair and place another one on the end. We're going to leave a gap of 1, place another stair, gap of 2, and then another one on the end. So we kind of have like a set of 2 seats here. The point of this is that in between the seats we're going to use some redstone and some pistons, and we are going to create tables. There's certainly ways to create tables, you do not have to use these. So you simply place a redstone, the piston shooter from the floor, it looks like an interesting table. You can make these tables any colours that you like. I've just got a simple colour palette, white and grey, just to keep with the modern theme, but literally any colours will be fine. I mean blue. You might see why I might say like blue and yellow, because we're going to use some white glazed terracotta. We're going to leave a gap of 1 from the tables, and we're just going to create some plants using some white glazed terracotta. Any terracotta will do, and we're just kind of keeping a little bit of separation between this part of the bar and then this part of the bar. And then when it comes to this part of the bar, we're going to have bigger tables, but they're going to be in the same position that these stairs are here, except they are going to be a bit bigger. So the way that we're going to do it is we're going to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3 from this stair here. We're going to place a stair in the same position, gap of 1, stair. And then we're going to have a gap of 2 between each stair, and we are going to have literally, it's the exact same setup, but it's just a little bit bigger. The tables are a bit double size. I figured it would be a bit easier to do it and then show you the result. So that looks pretty good, I think. What you can do in between these tables is the exact same idea that we did on the other side as well. Keeping it simple, change it up if you like. You can easily use any other sort of table, use fences, and stairs as table. I mean, you guys know. You guys can do whatever you like. I'd also probably give the colours of the table a little bit more of a variety as well. But here we go. It's I'd also probably give the colours of the table a little bit more of a variety as well. But here we go. It's just kind of like a bigger set of tables that we've kind of got going on here. If you wanted to, you can even have like the same sort of carousels that we have. You could have like one in the corner. Sometimes tables do have that kind of setup. You could even have like one here, say, to kind of create a little bit more separation as well. But this is kind of like what we have going on right now. The bar, which is here, is going to have some bar stools. This is made out of birch fence. We're going to leave a gap of 1 fence, gap of 1 fence, gap of 1 fence, just leading over this side. And then you can place anything as bar stool toppers. I actually quite like to use pressure plates, so that's what I'm going to use. But again, like there's 7 different varieties of materials. I'm not going to have included them all in the item list. But just to create a bit of a different texture from all the wool, pressure plates work well. We want to have, so this area here, this little 2-block gap, we actually want to have, funnily enough, a little kind of like not a guest list. There's obviously only so much room to drink in here, so if you want, you could have made a little reservation. Sometimes you can do that in the hotel, like to go down to the bar and stuff. So that's what this is. We've got like a lectern facing inwards like this. I'm going to chuck a book and quill, and that's basically just to see if like there's enough room for people to come into this part. When it comes to the little inside of the bar here, we need a few different things. We need levers, flower pots, barrels, brimstone, pickles, lanterns, that sort of stuff. And also we need something to place like all of this stuff on. Light grey concrete is good for this. I will have included this in the material list, although I forgot about it initially. A row of light grey concrete across the back here, and then if you like, what you can do is you can just place like a couple of brewing stands, and then stuff on the counter, so like pickles, flower pots as kind of like drinks cups and like a lantern. It makes it look from the outside, it just makes it look a little bit more professional. You can place a couple of barrels, and obviously this is where one can keep drinks, just like inside here. You can have as many of them as you like, really. But I think 2 in between these stalls, and maybe even 3, maybe 1 in the corner here, will do fine. We have taps in the form of levers. I don't think we can place them on top of the barrel. We can place them on top of the barrels, perfect. So that's exactly what we'll do. We'll place them on top of the barrels, and then what that allows you to do is place just some flower pots and stuff. Again, as cups, as drinks, as mugs. You guys get the idea. You can even chuck again an additional light here if you want. Anything that you like. But, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, I mean, that's the whole place sort of made. Like, it's a really chilled out, relaxing area. That's the place done. Well done. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is hopefully what your pool / bar / relaxing area is looking like for your very own hotel.
Alright guys, so I have completely finished the hotel. Well, not really, I need to do the rooms and stuff. But mostly the hotel's complete. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe, turn on notifications bell so you don't miss a video from me. And also, by the way, I will fix this McDonald's drive-thru. I might fix up the pool area maybe. But mostly the drive-thru. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here now. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. See ya.